it's Marie Hoffman of the Hoffman Murphy Real Estate Team, and I'm standing here with Mike Garcia from Enviroscape. Just the ongoing wonderful process of looking at the garden, and I want to show you guys a few things, show you a little bit about some of the irrigation we're putting in. Come on back. So if some of you have been watching, you've been seeing the progress, and it's just, this is the magical part of things, but so important, even with California natives. You know, people say, oh, you don't have to water them, but you know, they come from pots, they're getting watered every day at the nursery, so until they're established, you actually do have to irrigate. So we have the Rainbird copper tubing, which is really amazing. Many of you have put in drip irrigation and it doesn't look like this, and this is very special because the roots don't clog up the black tubing that you've had before. So take a look, it happens every 12 inches. And you can see it all through here. And then there it is, right? And these are the holes. I think they look like they're every 12 inches maybe, or maybe a little bit more. 14 inches. It's very flexible, and then it gets covered with the micro bark. So take a look over here. You've got some native California fuchsias, and so that and that's a piece of for low voltage wiring. You take a look here. I've integrated a few little pieces of tomatoes. We've got Buddha here, and the salvias that are on either side. Because the whole goal, we still have our monarch. Oh, look, the monarch is going to be making it's going to turn to a pupa in there. Buddha's in charge. That's awesome. And so take a look here, and you can see that, you know, it's beautiful, but you don't want to be looking at copper tubing in your garden. So that'll all be covered with that bark, and that's really important because it breaks down and it enables the plants to communicate with each other. And they can, because you know, communication is the key to everything, isn't it? So the microbiome is all in there, and everything disintegrates, and so the plants can communicate. And that's why it's so important that you don't use any sort of chemical fertilizers, because you're going to disrupt everything there. Because it's really like, you know, they talk about the web that we're all on. This is the interconnected web. So take a look. Let's see if we've got any more. You take a look over here. It's very important that you've got plants that like to live in the areas where the sun is shady or bright. So over here we're going to have a little path. We just picked up some thyme after time. Some of this is going to go in between all of these stones. And I had a party on Sunday, so that's another tip in your garden. Everybody wants things instant. And one of the most important things is that you live in your garden. You see where the sun is. You see where the pathways are that people want to walk through. So I found out that people can expand this cove is named after my husband Dwayne, and I want to show you this a little bit. This is a very shady area, and we've actually got a couple California natives that are in the back here. They don't look like much right now, but they are a great substitute for your camellias. People put camellias, and here's some bigger ones. They're called a bush anemone, and they have the most beautiful white flower with a bright yellow center. And these Virginias have a purple flower, and the heucheras have all sorts of spires. So you can see we're under this beautiful Indian ficus and the Brazilian pepper, so it gets a lot of shade. And as you look down, if you see down to the bottom, you can see that's going to get full sun. That's facing south. So I'm gonna leave you with maybe a little view over here. Take a look down. You can see the blueberries are all down at the bottom. I mean, who doesn't want to have their own blueberries? I can eat a pint of blueberries in one sitting. So I look forward to seeing you guys again, and stay tuned for more tips about your California native landscape.